to take a look at a beautiful tune, Paul McCartney song, Here, There, and Everywhere, of course credited to Lennon and McCartney. That came from 1966, their album Revolver, and Paul wrote it while waiting for John to get up one day out by John's pool. Just started messing around and the song came together pretty quickly. They were supposed to be working on some stuff. John was running a little late, so Paul sat out by the pool and came up with this cool tune, probably inspired by having just heard Pet Sounds in, it looks like in about May of '66. He had access to a copy of Pet Sounds, and I'm sure God Only Knows and a few other tunes. There was this great interplay going on between Brian and Paul of competitive songwriting at the time. So, and interestingly too, it was Paul playing the rhythm guitar part on this. All John did was sing. George played a short little lead. We might talk about it. There it is. You have it. George's short little part, and a little. Anyway, that's all we're going to talk about as far as George goes. I will walk through that when we get to that section. Anyway, mostly chords in the key of G. It does something unusual. It modulates to B flat. Paul used this trick later on in Two of Us. And anyway, this type of modulation is a really common thing in Beatles songs. The introduction starts off showing us both of those keys. It's kind of cool. It goes from G to B minor, two chords in the key of G, but then to B flat, introducing the alternate key of G flat. Three flats away on the circle of fifths, or three keys away. And then to an A minor 7, or really A minor to D7, reestablishing the key of G. So that's what we have in the intro. G to B minor to B flat, and really just an A minor hitting a bass note and strumming, and a D7, and then we head into the progression. A verse and a chorus and a little outro. Got a chart that we'll talk about, but first we'll take a look at the chords and we'll talk about the strumming, and that's about it. We'll see what happens here with Here, There, and Everywhere.